Good evening, and welcome everyone to Bad Fanfiction Live. My name is Mr Gamington-Smythe III. Excuse me, one moment. I believe a part of the set has somehow come askew. Let's just fix that right now. Don't worry, just talk amongst yourselves, everybody. Ah, yes. Come now, come now. You do have to apologize. The set back here is having pretty much some troubles about the fanfiction that I'm about to show you. So, welcome everybody to another session. This time, I managed to pick something which has been a bit under the ground, as it were. And Cringe Lord, there is a time and place for everything. And this time, it's all to do with fanfiction. Now, seeing as the usual situation is that we would like to know whether it's anybody's first time in the chat tonight. It'd be very much appreciated to know. So, let's just find out. So, I do hope that everybody is having a good time, because I'd be very much happy to know. Because this one has generated a little spark of interest when I actually unleashed it on the Skype chat. And oh dear, Mr. Cream seems to have run out of cream, if you know what I mean. I am glad that he's finished. Well, first time I'm here before stream time. Jotani, welcome, welcome. Good to see you in the chat. Daniel Coates says that the bunker is all set. For those of you who do not know what the bunker is, then the bunker... Oh. I'm a little quiet. My apologies. I can fix that. There, that should do it. Good, good. Yes, thank you, Mel. If you do have any suggestions for fanfictions over in 10,000 words, send them to the Twitter feed right there. And okay, looks like we've got a lot of regulars tonight. But anyway, just before we get beginning, we must pray to our Lord and Savior Stan to accept the Muffin Fund. So, for those of you who don't know what the Muffin Fund is, this is actually just a little tip jar for the Bad Fanfiction Live Studios, so that means we'll be able to keep going. So, any contributions that you can give will be most appreciated. Whatever you can give. Whatever is appreciated, thank you. If you're not able to give, then that is alright. I only hope that you are able to enjoy tonight. And I must say, an early birthday to one of our regulars, Fidey. Fidey's birthday is on Friday, so let's wish him a happy birthday with this little ditty that I have found by Sonic Wildfire, and it is called Ultra Violence. Perkymaster, please read this. I have done so. Oh, Psychotic Scrub? Psychotic Sonic, welcome, welcome. And Sonic Super Speed, welcome back, welcome back. No Gamer and Watcher, we're just about to start. And this Ultra Violence, let us begin. And just be assured, viewers, this will not be a one-parter. We are going to have multiple parts. Cream has an abortion fetish. A classic love story with a hint of bad things to come because Sonic rips off Shadow's muzzle and shoves it so far beyond Earth's gravity that it rips a hole in the Omniverse. A hole so powerful, Cream takes it and wipes it across Silver's face, who takes China and infuses it with Peru and Russia and turns it into a bat, and strikes Knuckles so hard that it all ends. Let us begin. Sonic rips off Shadow's muzzle and gets Chaos Spear through a building at lightning speed. Sonic rips off his arm and beats off Shadow's head with it. All the while, Shadow impales Sonic with a sharp mushroom and gnaws off his face. Mario smashes a computer screen over Sonic's head and jabs pieces of Sonic's skull into Shadow's abdomen, while Rogue and Blaze bludgeon Mario with Boeing 787s, sending entire buildings crashing into the ground. As the wings and bodies of the planes smash through walls and people, Tails shoots at Knuckles with a 100 million round belt-fed machine gun, while Knuckles eats half of all the bullets and uses them to lift up the city and use it to beat Tails before raising the United States and throwing it at Amy. Amy smashes them with her fists all before getting thrown to the moon by Silver, who's crashed by a hammer the shape and size of Asia by Eggman. Boom! Blaze destroys Eggman by sending the sun down to annihilate his subatomic particles, but is then blown to bits by a psychopath Cream, wielding the interdimensional ultimate absolute death ray. Sonic is reborn as Super Sonic and punches Silver so hard he creates a hole that punches through the entire planet, blowing it up and tearing Silver into several hundred sextillion pieces. Super Shadow grabs Mars and throws it to Earth, just about killing everyone, only for Super Cream to grab the Andromeda Galaxy and use it to bash Shadow until erased from existence. Jet and Silver throw 1 million punches in 10 seconds, grinding them both down to dust. Knuckles takes the air atoms and eats them with his asshole, then spits them all back at Rouge, destroying her in an atomic machine gun flurry. TNT and atomic bombs raining down in sheets, blowing up the landscape while Sonic's teeth rip at Tails' leg, while Tails has Sonic in a neck-cracking headlock. Big comes in holding 2 flamethrowers, roasting death to all, and then completing the giant holocaust with an acid with a pH of negative over 9,000, ripping a hole in the fabric of space and time itself. Hyper Shadik raises from it all and brings out the madness, blowing big out of the blowhole with the force of 1,000,000 Kim Jong-ils, a level of power never before seen. Chaos Knuckles grabs reality and lifts it up, then breaks it in half, screaming like the demon before Mega Omega rams through him and the other 10,000 Sonic characters, slicing out all their cells in an attack so powerful it will even kill Jesus. Metal Sonic goes Ultra Metal Sonic and twists Sonic and Silver into one bloodless being before throwing it into the sun with such force the whole sun implodes. Ultra Metal Sonic and Super Sonic 4 clash in a titanic battle, where Sonic blocks a punch but the kinetic energy blows out 10 million galaxies behind him. Super Sonic 4 then takes a nearby black hole and sucks it up, before blowing it back out onto Sonic. He's beamed by Godtails Cream, who converts his face into supermatter, and then takes a baseball bat with a rusty nail in it and strikes Sonic's head so impossibly hard I can't even describe it anymore. It breaks apart all of reality, and all of super reality, and all of everything. Everything cracks up and breaks apart and explodes. It's clobbering time! Like it wasn't already. My goodness. This is a very, very bold statement. I think the bunker is going to need some fortification, chaps. Ripping Sonic's spear. And this is chapter 2, From Japan with Love. Ripping Sonic's spear, the building with lightning speed from the muscles of the shadows before you get chaos. Sonic is ripping off arms and beats Shadow from the head of the Shadow with it, ever since Sharp impales Sonic Mushroom to send the entire building and Blaze Rouge collide on the ground, while club him with a full-size jet airplane, and then smash your computer screens or on top of the head of Mario, Sonic. Knuckles the shooting, the tailor to defeat all of the bullet before eating half, lifting the Chuck Norris the United States increased, to throw it into the back of Amy in the knuckle tail round belt filled machine guns, and 100,000 of them you are using. Silver has been crushed by the shape and size of the hammer Asia by Eggman. Amy is a smash all before you get them to throw in a month. Boom Blaze by sending down the sun to annihilate a particle of him, but to destroy the Eggman, and then wielding death rays between the absolute ultimate dimension. Brush off the cream hit by Psychosis has been. Sonic are reborn as Super Sonic and Silver punch hard he blow it up, tearing the Silver to several million to create a hole punched through the entire planet. Super Shadow, you get the Mars. You will throw the direction of the Earth as asteroid it. Super Cream just to get the Andromeda Galaxy only, until it is erased from existence, to use it to bash the shadows, about to kill everyone. Slow down the jet, and Silver Punch 1 million, both of them grinding in 10 seconds in the dust. Knuckles takes the atom, eat them, he destroyed the sharp machine gun and then to an atomic blast, throw them all back in the Rouge. TNT in the atomic bomb, the teeth of Sonic while reaping feet of the tail, blowing scenery, falls in the sheet where there is a Sonic head lock neck cracking tail. Big has been holding the flamethrower, too roasting to death to all, to complete the Holocaust, and Huge Acid having a pH of negative more than ripping 9,000 holes in the fabric itself, time and space. Hyper Shadik will rise from it all, blowing a big blowout hole in the power of the power level I have never seen Kim Jong-il's million yen, before pulls out of the madness. Chaos Knuckles, you get the reality, because it can kill God. Then slice out all the cells in a powerful attack. The demon in front of the Mega Omega rams through the Sonic character of he and other 10,000 screaming alike, and then split in half, lift it up. Metal Sonic, before throwing it in the sun, and the collapse of the entire solar power such. Go to Silver Ultrasonic and Metal Sonic, and the twist of one human being bloodless. Collision in the battle of 4 Titanium Ultra Metal Sonic, and Super Sonic punch out behind a block of 10 million galaxy kinetic energy blows Sonic. Super Sonic 4 receives the nearby black hole. Inhale it, back out of the Ultra Metal Sonic, blow it! He converted it to his face supermatter. It is throwing a bean ball. 2. Creamtail of God. Take a baseball bat with a rusty nail. You hit on the head with it so extremely hard, Sonic, I also that can no longer describe it. It away. Destroy all of reality. Super reality. All. And the Mexican crack is decomposed. Separately from the explosion, it's time to give away. Powerful stuff. Fighter plane, shoot down! Chapter 3, Love is Hate by Another Word. Fighter plane, shoot down from a skyscraper with a laser. Take the plane, and the skyscraper beat it until world is half destroyed. Partying so hard, I can't even describe it. Oceans of beer. Smash a beer bottle across his head, now his face is beer. Sonic bites Eggman's nose and rips it off, then bashes his head into Knuckles' head. Blood flying from the impact before Eggman tacks his feet and uses them to crush Sonic's neck, shattering every last bone in that tiny thing. Bam! That fist hit his stomach so hard, his whole stomach flies out of his mouth. Sonic takes the Pacific Ocean and uses it to beat up all the girls. Amy, in response, takes the entire state building and rams it through his head, the sheer size tearing him apart before she rips it in half, swallowing all the people that fall out. Cheese digs his hands into the moon and swing it around, crushes China before batting Mario and Luigi into the sun and sending the moon into New Orleans. Trillions of tons of molten crack is thrown up. Bam 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 bam. Sonic and Amy punch each other 2,500 times in 2 seconds. Shadow gets so freaking mad he takes Jupiter. bashes out Sonic's head with it, then grabs the sun and kicks it into the next galaxy, before ripping the ground off Earth and whacking Silver across his back with it, leaving it sliced into 10,000 pieces. Cream grabs Shadow's black ass and bends him into a pretzel and kicks him so hard, so fast, that it rips a hole through a hole in the black hole and destroys all of the above said holes. Then she eats the black hole and takes an iPhone. She uses the iPhone to crush Blaze's car, grabs the car, and wipe Eggman all across the Shadow that just destroyed. Big takes the sunlight out of the sky and uses it to impale Knuckles, who immediately comes back to Shadow Mario's spine. Super Shadow comes back to punch Master Chief in the gun 500,000 times, pushing his stomach back out through his mouth before Sonic breaks Shadow so hard with a Crystal Metal X, he breaks the light speed barrier as he flies into the furthest galaxy in all of history, ripping apart all as he passes and comes back, carrying all the galaxies he destroyed, and beats up Shadow too, and Sonic and Blaze and Silver that instead that robot dude from Sonic Battle, whose name I just forgot. Cream grabs 10 galaxies, and Tails gets 50, and they all bash each other until they're super dead, and continue killing each other. In heaven. Jesus and Buddha try to stop them, but take up universal-sized fish and gets their fish on, slapping Sonic and Cream and G so hard their faces fly out of reality. Amy spits out blood from her nose that's so acidic it melts Jesus' skin. She then turns her Pico Pico hammer into an antimatter liquid metal hydrogen nuclear antacid machine gun RPG, and shoots the most powerful bullets that have existed throughout all of time, and uses the remnants of the bullets to shove back down Knuckles' throat and toss him down a mega black hole X3. A black hole so ungodly powerful, it eats its universes for breakfast. Traps them out for dinner, and eats the crap for the next morning's breakfast. Blaze come out of nowhere and strikes Shadow back upside the head with Justin Bieber cutouts, that he flies into a white hole and out of a black hole before Eggman takes 722 quintillion Soviet Union/United States hybrids and crushes Blaze, taking out Sonic in the process. Justin Bieber then reveals he's Darth Vader and kills Eggman by ripping off Eggman's legs and beating him through the mantle and core of the sun that he throws into Proxima Centauri. Shadow sniffs up Proxima Centauri as well as Alpha Centauri, like crack cocaine, and then pulls out a 0.9mm the size of your mum. He fires around so hard there can be no describing, as all of everything that has ever been and ever will, he dies. Ultra violence. Chapter 4. The Soul is Forever. Knuckles drinks 1,000,000 pounds of lava and spits it back in Sonic's face, only for Sonic to swallow it all back and convert into titanium dioxide and pull it out of his mouth, beating Knuckles down to his electron eyes with a rod from God. Cream opens up a multiverse-wide can of whoop-ass on him, taking a fold-up chair and hitting him across his behind for 100 quintillion years, and delivers a pimp slap so heavy the whole galaxy spins backwards. Shadow picks up half of the Earth and the other half explodes, and then he throws his half into Mars, but Metal Sonic catches it and lobs it and Mars at Shadow, who grabs it, Mars, Venus, Mercury, the Sun, and God, and blows it back into Metal Sonic's face. Amy rips off the front part of a fan and raims the blades in Sonic's face, only for the blades to fly back into Amy's face. Sonic rips out the blades and chops up 10,000 Chow with chainsaws, tearing at Amy at the same time. Cream jabs on his back and twists his head out of his socket and pushes the blades through his chest, grabbing them and slicing out Shadow's non-existent neck. Big runs for Tails, jumps and crushes him into Wither's body. Peter Griffin then materializes out of freaking nowhere and falls on Big. The impact is so legendary. Space and time itself collapse in on itself to become Chuck Norris. Master Chief comes in for 2 nanoseconds and gets his green butt blown to pieces by Cream, who tackles and bull rushes him at 192 to the 15 power miles per second. The impact is 50 times as legendary and is destroyed when Hypersonic and Hyper Saiyan Goku engage in ultimate absolute destruction. Mario rips off Goku's face and uses it to beat Sonic's wild ass before splitting into Mario, and uses his legs to beat down Mario. Hyper Cream disintegrates Mario when she dual wields the universe, and Chuck Norris and wipes them out. Knuckles renames himself Chuckles, and Chuckles last beats up and loses to Chuck Norris, who rips his ass off and shoves it up his ass. It is done so brutally, God dies trying to fix it. But Cream counterattacks with spiked fists the size of hell and lies to smackdown, bending Chuck Norris and Sonic and Mario's heads in an L and blowing them into a white hole and out of a black hole, then swipes them with a 100 light blade lightsaber. She takes 500,000 stars and uses them to speed down Amy. Shadow grabs one of the stars and uses it to crush Silver and Big before Cream makes sure he didn't forget his ass whooping last time and takes the Andromeda Galaxy, does fusion hard with it, and fuses with the Milky Way and freaking rubs Shadow out of existence. Cheese wraps up Dr. Robotnik and smashes him in the air with such power, the air splits in half and space kills everybody. The guitar shoots from void of nothing and rubs out Silver again and again and again. Ah! Lester the Unlikely appears and whatever. But Cream looks at Lester the Unlikely so evilly. All of evil that is ever destroyed has ever all dies and blows into a quadrillion, sextillion, pentillion pieces into the history of all that is destroyed. It's clobbering time. Chapter 5. Betrayal. Sorry, Jamie. My apologies. I got so wrapped up in the chat. And thank you very much, the Bureau. And just like that, another meme is born. Bam, bam, bam. Indeed, bamming was meant to be bammed. My apologies, Jamie, that I have just been so wrapped up in the chat. I was in the text right here. But I'll have some time. Thank you, David Reader. Glad you could make it. We can do not try to find one. We're going on the quest for the holy plot. Indeed. Not to worry, Devil's Advocate. We still have quite a few chapters to go to. Tonight we shall get out of 9 chapters. Out of 9 chapters, we shall be doing 19 chapters. We shall get up to chapter... Let's get up to chapter 9 tonight. So there we go. Chapter 5. Sonic rips off Shadow's muzzle and gets Chaos Spear through a building at lightning speed. Sonic rips off his arms and beats off Shadow's head with it. All the while, Shadow impales Sonic with a sharp mushroom and gnaws off his face. Mario smashes a computer screen over Sonic's head. Oh my goodness, I do believe that he's just copied a chapter. Wow. Well, in that case, we're going to chapter 6. Oh my, that is just another copy of that said chapter. It is. Right? Right. Chapter 7. Amy's Sacrifice. Shut up! I have schizophrenia. Cream, who converts his face into 1 million Kim Jong-ils, a level of power it will even describe it to beat Tails' leg, while Sonic rips off its asshole, then completing 2 flamethrower, 1 blowing it in, holding the ground belt filled machine gun flurry. TNT and gets Chaos Spear through 1 million pieces of the sun implodes. Ultra Metal Sonic 4 clash in a nearby black hole that punches them with his asshole. Then computer screen over Sonic battle, where Sonic and Silver so hard I can't even describe Rouge, and gets Chaos Knuckles with a pH of negative over 9,000, ripping a hole and then spits their cells with a rusty nail in it, and uses it to bits by a hammer through a building the bloodless being before seen. Chaos Spear throwing into the other 10,000. Ripping a hole with her fists, Sonic and atomic bombs rain down to Beats half, screaming like a demon before Mega Omega rams through him, and then breaks apart all Bat, with her and her neck cracks up in size of Asia by everything. Everything. Every Sonic ever and Sun with Super into Severe 9, Sextillion rips off the is and gets a path. Just Knuckless by Smash Shadow, only half of even whole Tails creaks a half off Sonic, and then Terror eats a milling Bing out of that life as throwings of him and them, with Dow untire blowing round and explodes. Ultra metal hand it uses by the years by blowing throws of a year psychopath as such bold fire Sonic. He skullets them, both the time and down to baseball and brimming eels, it all the planes ultra megat. Sonic goes Ultra Metal Sonic and throws it all of reality and punches them to lift up the entire planet, blowing it back and rouge and throw one bloodless being 787's sending time. Ultraviolence. Sonic raises it from it at Amy. Amy smashes through walls and uses the other 10,000 round belt-fed machine gun while Tails shoots at Knuckles. Eats them all back out, the sun implodes. Ultra Metal Sonic Wildfire. Written to beat Tails shoots at Knuckles, eats half. Screaming like a demon before raising the moon by Sonic blocks punches through the ground as the fabric of super reality and time. By Sonic and jabs pieces, Super Sonic and time itself. Hyper Shadow's abdomen while Rouge destroys Eggman by Silver through the blowing big comes in holding 2 flamethrower 1 blow to end Nameless by Eggman. By sending the fabric of super reality and uses throwing up the hole that punches in half, screaming like a demon before seen. Chaos Knuckles takes throwing big out of the United State of Ray. Sonic rises from existence. Jet anymore. It breaks the pH of reality, and as the bludgeon Mario with a space ball, the sun down to bash then blows out ultimate absolute death cream, welding Silver in sheets, blocks up the sun with a shape and gets in throwing cracking time. Written to bits throwing out kill everything. Silver intend to grab the wings crushed by a pH of negative over Sonic with an attack out of the kinetic energy troll by a psychopath thrower everyone. Only for Supermatter, who conventions world salad rouge, the hunchoodles, ouch by Throon song it he read seki, ripsick wit and raugenet black sea ever, Dionic and Kilong theatre, she by a breakis, him and the eye crippleonic, brevendales and bells etitis rabots of sildfrevand, by and puts unik, alf Blackerstrip, muses Hizazi, Frautnik and Thrat Agoya Chapak, Lithrone at Skull Utelding, Acid Soul. Sup Throtamil Entudis, Roy's he ohm. Metz and Twing, Bill Sup Mass of Hing, Hemstick and in Theadoadin, Metz I buy and Extreme Supermatter, while Shadow's muzzle and throwings crushed by a hole in half of the force of power, slicing her 10,000 sonic rips of the kinetic energy blowing, crushed by 25 to her life as well. Sonic head so impossibly hard, I can't even kill Jesus. Metal Sonic bombs reborn as well. Metal written spits by Eggman, boom! Blaze budging Mars and throwers sending 787s, slicing them all in the giant holding before raising up time. By Sonic's skill into Shadow impossibly hard. He, City, and Super Cream have sex with the universe with Shrek and Jabba the Hutt, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, spin cycle, up, down, up, down. Shadow farts impossibly hard. I can't even ever before throw in everyone not repair not a naught, only force of space and silver them, all of 1,000,000 pieces. Super Shadow's head and people. Tails cream to bad energy troll by sending silver through 1 building cracks at particles. Blowhole that punch, but is reality. And bodies of space in the other 5th Sonic bat, with it up and throws it up, blowing it lightning to flamethrower the fabric of reality, and tearing Silver into the kinetic energy troll by 25 to life as well. Sonic R.I.P. Over 9 million rounds, them to bits by Silver 9 quintillion, ripping Silver, throwing it all before seen. Chaos Knuckles grabs pieces, Ultra Metal Sonic an atomic machine gun while Sonic Wildfire. Written seconds, grounding like a demon before seen. Chaos Knuckles eats the ground of the force of super reality, and the Supersonic can twist all of Asia by Evergreen into Silver Secretes, a computer so powerful. In everything into the United States, building out Ultra Metal Sonic, and bodies off his face, twists his face into a face in the face of a face Metal Sonic. All the universe with the hut. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Shadowers, slicing her fist Sonic and through the giant holding Silver She by Eggman. Boom. Blaze Bionic Bat, with it up and Jabba the kinetic energy troll blowing the universe with Shrek and Silver thrown at his stratobots of space. Of the force of them to death. Roy's head and a tumble end to death. Rayleigh's head and bodies of Hing Buil Supermat, strabots of Sildfire. Ever Gionic Wilder Frandles on the fabric of reality and bales it eight strabots of his face, twists his face into the eye crip alionic. Berevendials on the kinetic energy troll, Black Owl strip muses his hezzy frowning to flamethrow the universe through Shrek and twist all the hut up, down, up, down, up, down. Amy fought so inconceivably hard, I can't even kill Jesus. Metang's twin acid soul, sap mass of the giant holding Forstein. Chaos Knuckles grabs pieces, sap mass of the eye crip alionic bombs reborn as well. Written spits by Silver into shadow impossibly hard, I can't ever before seen. Chaos Knuckles eats thicks, and in thicks, and in thicks, and in thicks, and bodies of the force of space and people. Tails Cream have sex with Shrek, and throws it up, and throws it up. Blitzen crashed by a Brickus, Hissy, Flautnik, and Jabba the kinetic energy troll by 25 to life as well. Written spits by Ever, Geonic bombs reborn as well, Sonic R.I.P. Over 9 million rounds of all of a million pieces. Ultra Metal Sonic all the ULB. Written spits by Silver 9 million. Sonic and X-Dime Super Cream have sex with the kinetic energy troll by 25 to life as well. Sonic Bat with Shreks and Astiques and in Thrialdrin beds and twists his face ripsick wit and round again Black Sea Ever. Geonic Bat with the ground of Super Shadow impossibly hard. He and City and Buyer the force of space and tearing Silver Thrower and everyone not ripper not a naught. Only force of space and throwers slicing time. By Sonic Beer and Bells, it ate strabots of Sildfire. Shut up, Geneth. Schizophrenia! Huffen si trossi e wenib, e min el fuln, e Kim Jong-il's level up puers. Bit hit in oid is der figure, e giro costails. Draconic rips of ede aya asshole. In a kelpu das on flamethrower quinnig, in dress of wiggis der die prianet il quin bedu. TNT ac in kill anfen spirit, traful un million at Ronaldo, or heal al implodes. Ultra Metal Sonic 4, Gwithaudol million black hole gifox, nil ad kill punches gidai asshole. In a Sergin Grefido, dros Sonic Friede, in me Sonic Andrian Morgelad, ni alfhind il oid is driftiao. Rug ac in kill, and hefin Nichols get fifth, on Nidel go dros 9,000. Ripping twill acne na puri, in Kriod, Gida, Hulin, Edrind Nidi. Omega Trido ac ino tori, and wahan I gedbat. Gina if mon gerfudiv, krekau if I fanai I've mat Aisha gin popeth. Popeth! I dik ki ired ne widi Sonic Ali hi hol, gida super istiver. Million. Rips of Odi, Aren ek il ki apath. Dimond, Knuckles gun smash ki soldgil, dim Odin Hanna. It trios kifan windid Hanna Odi Sonic ik ina 3 speak milliono alin within. Tabidid fel throwings Odi Anno ik idant do entire kithol. Thrand efi frodo. Hunt Metal Ultra, Definito Blenonodate, Dirkithu, Tafil is psychopath, a 5th breed fire Sonic. Me and Skullets did out time in Lira, I baseball ident, ik brimming ireless, me skifan in our email Ultra Megat. Sonic Mind Ultra Metal Sonic. Ich in Tafel ich gefallen. In reality ich punches if alto il bargi den gefan. Kifal olin in rouge al Thimbanot 787's bloodeth for Dillith afon amasia. I have to admit, I don't think I can carry on with the rest of this chapter. Ugh. Alright, tell you what, we'll go from here. We'll go from here. Kifano hifen kel rido geshrek akina telfo ifuni ikad telfo. Ifuni blowings malu gambrekis hisi fortnik ajaba ratroli connect I been 25 to life hifid. Tafaldo ish genifride genbeth bomial ginonic ilen hifid repsonig. Mepstrof 9 million gidoli million del dono. Itermasonic ilthropothaub. Tafaldo ish genefenate gen ari 9 million sonic extame super heaven kill rado gedatrolic ne kinetic. Bin 25 to life hifid. Sonic bit gadashik ekveltix and then threadoin met edstral winib wipsik frane with aldrotic in black sibith. Gionic bat gider da far vet super gesoldel amihagesid. Man in this achima grime of food refugo arena to film everyone not repel not a note. Grime iginol helfot athros sicilio amsir. Ibn Sonic befriend kilko, it hit strabots odi asilfire. Down. Farts Amy Mork insensitively galed in half and had the turfel a funny ikarian, the floor git arsia grain breakers his sour fro. A besid guitar hot up down, 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 up down. Sonic farts Amy Mork considerably galed. Marrow of full super hot up down. Shudder then thicks and then tricks and in Theodorus, Red Paneth the Kifif hang at the so I kifanad gun Eggman boom! Blaze bludgeonak alianok, alien heavy ripsonig. Maester of 9 million and throw it in vain. Chapter 8 Rouge's decision. Iwapakuk. Hashtag. Oh, hashtag. Oh. My goodness. That was tense. We got... Oh. Chapter 9. Triple over violence. Sonic Owl runs across the Atlantic Ocean just as a baseball bat smacks him in the nose, throwing him 500 feet in the air, and he smacks into Knuckles. Knuckles rips off his nose and shoves it up his ears, drinking his brain, chewing vividly on a piece of nuclear gum, spitting at its shadow's head. Sonic punches Knuckles so hard he rips a hole in the clouds behind Knuckles and shoves the remains of Knuckles into a jet engine. Out of nowhere comes Amy, who crushes Sonic's head in like a watermelon with a White House. Like a machine, Mario machine gun punches Shadow. Shadow would take this, blows a jackhammer fist up Mario's chin and bunches him into the ground so hard a 50,000-mile crater blows out of the surface of the planet. Amy grabs Cream by the ears, thrusts her around, and brings it with stunningly, sweepingly beautiful efficiency up, down, intra-service, up, down, till spin cycle peanut butter toast, and jam. Up, down, splash. Pow. Sonic rams Silver and Dreams into an earthquake that crushes Silver down to its atoms. Power fists materialize on their hands, and Toadstool knocks off his tail's head and sticks his toad so far through his neck it pops out his butt. Blaze grabs the definition of pain and beats it across Sonic's face so fast it tears a hole in the atmosphere, killing everyone and everything in the world. Emmy eats the hole and spits it down Silver's ass, blowing him like a Cesar bomber's illegitimate son. Got so caned he vomits the sun and wipes the puke sun all across what's left of Lincoln Mario. Amy Bonehouse throws a Pythagorean triple right down Master Chief's chest. Master Chief is so mad, he kicks Wizard Sonic and Pikachu, entering a triple session of special extraordinary services so heavy the earthquakes can be felt on Proxima Centauri. Suddenly, Supersonic and Metal Sonic strike each other so romantically violently 16 planets crash down and kill everybody again. Amy careens off course and is smacked through an exploding jet airplane into a mountain into the Earth's core into Middle-earth before shining. This pisses on Cream, who picks us off the top half of Earth and beats it down on Amy, and wipes it all off the Earth, spewing out magma and matter and trillions of tons of blood in all directions, forming a moon made of pure blood. It crushes on Jersey Shore, killing everyone and everything in every atom, and all the atoms take Mario and beat him through the planet and through Mars and through 800 billion galaxies into a tornado the size of 10 Google universes, which picks up Super Saiyan Earth and rapes it so hard it even rapes a sword. And the sword stabs the Super Saiyan Earth and drowns it in a diarrhea-filled bathtub bigger than 90 million Chuck Norris's. Beowulf and Hercules get on the action with Link and Gandalf, and they power rape Sonic as he power rapes him into enters a quadruple session of extraordinary services before an oak tree wants in on the fun, only for Amy to pick up the oak tree and stab it so far through them that it rips a hole in the universe which Amy rapes. 10 New Jerseys and 50 New Yorks in his hands, Shadow knocks out Sonic out of the universe, where he emerges as a big black woman with big tits, Booker T. Tellerton, and fires a dragon at the middle of the galaxy. The Milky Way was turned on and started with an intra-session with the Andromeda Galaxy. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, spin circle, up, down, 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 down. Blood flings into the furthest reaches of alt-reality. But Cream needed the Andromeda Galaxy and pulls it out and swings it so impossibly hard across Master Chiefs, 50,000 new universes were made. Goku takes Sonic's head and beats his head on his knee 20 quadrillion times before getting his face swiped off by propeller stuck into a super galaxy. Jesus gets so pissed off. He takes the universe up, down, up, down, up, down. Sonic up, down, up, down, up, down. Donkey Kong up, down, up, down, up, down. Edward, Bella, Bowser, Gandalf, Nathan Drake, Franklin D. Roosevelt up, down, up, down, up, down. A rainbow and a chainsaw with a computer up, down, up, down. Trees up, down, up, down, up, down. Cream up, down, spin cycle times 3. The punch was so powerful. Everything, even the toy, turned white and blew away. Everything in that universe, everything here and there. And it is all picked up by Cream, and she takes reality and up, down, it so fiercely it created the Ultra States of America. But that isn't it! Then 50 quadrillion iPods rip off the face of the Omniverse, every universe and everything that can ever will always exist, and slams it so far down Silver and Shadows' face, it craps on Sonic, who goes ultra mega supersonic and swings a right hook so impossibly inconceivably hard, I can't even describe it anymore. Madness is coming your way. And basically the story is repeated in Welsh, Yiddish. Oh, there's more. Sonic Cal runs across the Atlantic Ocean just like a baseball bat, smacks him in the nose, throwing him 500 feet in the air, and he smacks in Knuckles. Knuckles rips from his nose and shoves it up his ears, drinking his brain, chewing vividly on a piece of elastic core, spitting it into Shadow's head. Shadow punches Knuckles so hard he rips a hole in the clouds before Knuckles and shoves the remains of Knuckles in a jet engine. Out of nowhere comes Amy, who crashes Sonic's head like a watermelon with a White House. Oh, nope. My mistaken. I'm afraid, viewers, we're going to have to split this off into 2 parts, because I want to make sure this is equal. So, last chapter for tonight. Chapter 10, and quite possibly the best chapter in the universe. Quantum Diarrhea Turbo Violence. New chapter, begin. Their stomachs gurgled so hard, romantically, that when they farted, they all sharted, and when Sonic sharts in Shadow's face, he can't help but shoot off a river of pure diarrhea down his throat, only for Cream to go Super Saiyan 5 and shoot grade A shit so far up Sonic's ass. 3 octillion gallons of diarrhea drowned Sonic Shadow, but Amy drinks it all and fires it right back at Luigi and Princess Peach before everyone in the universe explodes diarrhea, drowning God. Amy drinks it all and fires it, no, Satan, and making Knuckles dig a hole into the sun to drain before Amy runs in and sharts so greatly. Lost my place there. The whole multiverse explodes and implodes inside her ass, and then the sun tries to run to a bucket but explodes diarrhea right outside. all over his face when he do it all over her face, and then the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse come in and stick the Great Pyramid up Silver's ass, ripping him in half as they have sex with Blaze of the city of Townsville, and jabs a lightsaber so far beyond Tails' face that diarrhea blasts them into all like a cannonball. Do it, you whore. I'm the boss of this relationship, not you. You do what I tell you to do. When he pimp slaps Amy, she farts for 30 hours non-stop exploding. The moon illuminates Super Saiyan 3 Earth, all brown and covered in Amy's farts and poop. Back to story, Cream is so pissed off by Sonic she rips his atoms apart and thrusts inside a volcano, then takes his atoms and thrusts them as well. Silver swings him around and around, into and out of a porcupine, getting kicked by Jesus only for Vegeta to finger ban Sonic soddily so hardly. A 500 quintillion mile hole rips open on Saturn, and it swings around and round and smacks into Earth, liquefying everyone so that they can flood Tatooine and viciously be consumed by all the Jedi in all of time, and give them molten flaming iron diarrhea. Well. Well, that was definitely interesting, wasn't it? I believe that... I think we should call it a night for tonight. We managed to get to chapter 10. And we shall continue on with chapters 11 through 19 tomorrow. No, next week, sorry. And... that was certainly ultra-violent, so in terms of advertising, this was certainly, trip. Anyway. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope the bunker has been able to survive. So, until next week, everyone, let us all recover and just see what is going on. Does people have questions for me? Why is everyone dead? I think we don't know that for sure. Is everyone dead? Can I go home now? Well, Hirotono, everyone can go home. And Ethereal wasn't ready for today. Oh dear. Jamie's stopped. I am stopping for tonight. And Ian Lees, thank you. So looking forward to 18 and 19. Oh. Well, it has certainly been a trip. So where do you find this stuff? Traveler, I basically just troll fanfiction.net and just see what's going on there. And Jamie, the Future Trunks arc, I'm not privy to Dragon Ball Super, and my friend MasakoX does not believe in speculating about stuff that hasn't happened yet. So, it's a speculation-free channel, this. What happened? Where's Andrea? Oh dear. Andreas disappeared. Oh my gosh. Daniel Kosa, the next Subnautica stream, Moscow tells me, shall be in the future, but unfortunately, due to time commitments, he is unable to commit to it at this time. However, he shall be continuing his Pokemon Nuzlocke, so that shall be more of a thing. But we all are together in solidarity for this story. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for surviving. And until next week, I bid you adieu. Until the next Bad Fanfiction Live. Toodle pip, and good night.